Well, it was 3 years ago that one of our emerging stars in the training and driving ranks, combined with the star Kiwi mare Stylish Memphis, and the first of her 2 wins in the Ladyship Mile, later to become the Queen Elizabeth II. Of course, I refer to Jack Trainor, now firmly entrenched in the top bracket in both fields. Caught up with Jack to see whether Stylish Memphis can go out on a winning note. Well, Jake, no doubt you're hoping for a fairy tale ending, possibly, to the career of Stylish Memphis when you combine for the 3rd time to win the Ladyship Mile, which was known last year as Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah, that's right, Mick. Obviously, it would be a fairy tale if she was able to pull it off, and just to be able to race at the top level for 3 years is something. To win 2 of them was something else, and yeah, if she was able to win 3, it'd just be the icing on the cake.
The mum-to-be, Jack, certainly put you on the map.
Yeah, she did. Obviously, as we've well spoke about before, she was the first really good horse in my stable, and yeah, like I've said many times, she probably fast-forwarded my training career by a few years, and it's been a great ride with her, and obviously you're always sad to see them go, but I'm sure she's going to be a great mum, and hopefully I can get the foals down the line. Win,
lose or draw, Jack, will this be her last run?
I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm 90% sure it will be. We're just got to go back and look to count back the days to make sure she is eligible to race for the following week. But without being 100% confident, I think it probably will be her last run.
You've drawn a little worse in midfield with Stylish Memphis. How do you see the early stages?
Yeah, it's actually a great race, Mick. It's the draws have made it very even. I would have liked to draw it a bit closer, but I'm sure everyone else in the field from me outside would feel the same. But I'll probably drive her with the way she's done all her best racing, and just hope that the races run upside down. Obviously, Tay has good speed, drawn 1. Madrid's drawn 3 with great gate speed. Fairy Tinkerbell's probably the fly in the ointment in 5. And obviously then you've got the Clayton and Emma Tonkin runners, More Vita, which is a go-forward horse, and the widest of all, Tough Tilly. So going to be a really good race, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Does look on paper, Jack, you're taking on the might of the Victorian stable with Emma and Clayton, but apart from Stylish Memphis, Braveview Kelly, well, she's just been brilliant in both runs back.
Yeah, she has. Obviously, we're going in there, we're not going to be scared of too many, but all the mares that are in it are in great form, which is going to make it a great race. And Braveview Kelly's probably the best I can have her. I think her prep's been perfect, training's been really well, and she's drawn a bit awkward out in 9. It's not an ideal barrier in any race, but probably the blessing there is that Tough Tilly's drawn 10, and one would assume that it will be going forward. So I think Braveview Kelly's able to work forward as well. Maybe a chance of fight in the front. If not, she should get some good cover.
Yeah, she has that versatility. Cam drove her back in the field when she won first up, last time out led. So the fact that she can race from any racing pattern is a bonus.
Yeah, she's just a really lovely race mare, to be honest. We've said before that we think she is better chasing and driven for her speed, but she's also proven now that she can roll forward, and I mean she's leading on 149.5 herself, so probably being able to do that would get you pretty close to winning that race.
Of course, you've got Punaway going around as well, nicely drawn in 2.
Yeah, that's right. It's good for the owners to be able to get another mare into the Ladyship Mile. She was probably a little bit disappointing. I thought she should have run 3rd from the trip she had last week, but she is probably about a year away from being racing against these better mares. She just lacks that little bit of racing here at Menangle, and it's just going to be a thrill for the owners to have her in it.
Back to the first, Jack, and Reactor now deserving of a win. 5 starts back, 1 runner-up since, and last week hit the line strongly once again behind Better Zip It.
Yeah, that's right. I wish Grimo would stay in Melbourne. No, I don't think I've been able to beat him home yet, but Reactor now is actually going really good. And racing in the free-for-alls, we've been driving him a bit different now, driving him for his speed. Seems to be working, and yeah, he's sort of been competitive against a similar sort of field, so you expect him to hopefully start the night on a good note.
So where do you see yourself from that particular wide draw?
Well, I see he's drawn just outside JOK, so it'd be nice to follow a horse like him. He's obviously a sit and sprint horse too as a rule, so we could track him into the race and yeah, get some good cover. I'm sure he'll hit the line strong.
Over to race 3, you picked up the drive for Aaron Goadsby in the pink bonnet Laderniere.
Yeah, it's always good to get a few drives on these nights, and I see she's had her only 1 win at Albion Park. I haven't really dove into the form in that race yet, but I know Guzza always turns his horses out well, and he's got 3 runners, so hopefully one of us can win.
Over to the swept sprint, the first of the qualifying events for the Miracle Mile. I cast no shadow. The Inter-Dominion winner coming off an excellent second in the Hunter Cup behind Honolulu Bay. And at one stage, Jack, I thought you had the money.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, great horse to be able to get on again, obviously. He's proven that he is a genuine Grand Circuit horse. It's just drawn a little bit wide. It's just a little bit of a shame that Bondi Lockdown and Spirit of St. Louis both got really good draws there. So obviously we have to run top 2 to try and qualify. Grimo reckons he's right on song, so I've doubted him before and he proved me wrong, so hopefully he's right again.
You know there'll be no loafing, Jack, so drawing wide, charging home late?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a funny mat, that one, Mick. Obviously going to have to dive a bit more into that as the week goes on, but he's also put in a few good runs when he has been up on the pace, so I wouldn't say we'd be going back, but yeah, we probably won't be the first one coming out the gate.
The Allied Express Sprint Race 5 on the card. You've picked up the drive for David Aiken here with Cranbourne. Nicely drawn in gate 2, but form has been patchy.
Yeah, that's right. He obviously went really good win first up in Victoria for David. I know he's got a good opinion of him. I think he's brought him up for this carnival and he's going to fly out of Sydney to go race in America, which I'm sure will do a great job. And yeah, like I said earlier, it's just good to be able to pick up drives for a great trainer like David Aiken, and I'm sure he'll have him spot on.
You surprised Matty coming out and leading with Sky Blue last time out in the heat of the Oaks final on Saturday night, nicely drawn in 2.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised myself, to be honest. Took a little bit of a punt early and it sort of paid off, but yeah, she's a really nice filly. I think she's probably better off chasing, but yeah, it's very, obviously very good to get the draw inside Peaceful and Kalua Flyby, so if we can try and stay ahead of our main dangers while the money's up, it might give them something to chase.
Yeah, just another great race on the card.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, the depth of the fillies is really good, and Mick Stanley's runner Soho Seraphine's been hurt a little bit by barrier 10, I suppose. But you know, when the good money comes up and these good horses get together, there's very rarely is it a dull race.
Jack, on a night like this, it's hard to nail down what could be the best of them. But do you have one that you fancy over the rest of them?
Oh, I think Reactor Now's racing really good. Yeah, he'd probably be my best drive, but fingers crossed. I'd love to send Stylish Memphis out on a winning note.
Well, it's going to be a great night of racing, Jack, and no doubt you'll be in the mix from the word go.
Awesome. Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you, sir.
Easy. All good. No worries.